What's up, you guys? Today's video is all about handlebars. Getting the right set of bars for your bike is definitely critical. It's going to help with the overall stability, control, just how your bike feels, how comfortable it is to ride. And one of the biggest decisions you have when choosing a set of bars is the decision between choosing carbon or alloy bars. So in today's video, we're going to do an extensive back-to-back test, carbon bars versus alloy bars, to find out which one I like most and which one is best for you. Enter the Trail One Crockett carbon bars. These are my favorite set of bars from Trail One, although I've only rode the alloy in the past. These are the carbon bars, and while I could be testing them directly against these alloy bars that are on this Polygon N9 right here, what I've decided to do to make this test really good is have the exact same set of bars, alloy versus carbon. Which one is best? Now we're gonna take these bars out, throw them on the bike, and be riding them on the trail. I got an extensive course to see how they feel when riding on the bike. But the biggest difference between these two bars we're gonna get to right now, which is the weight and the price of these bars. You can see that the aluminum bars right there come in at 418 grams. Now when you compare that to the carbon ones right here, wow, I can just feel the difference in my hand right here, how much lighter they are. Those things are coming in at 217 grams. So the Crockett carbon bars are half the weight, but they're also double the price. For the carbon bars, these things are coming in at $125. Well, the alloy bars are only $55. And a little hint for you guys, if you use the link I got in the description down there, I got a hefty discount code for you. So if you guys are thinking about getting either one of these bars, use that link in the description. It helps the channel out. And another cool thing about Trail One is $1 from every sale goes back to support the trails, and these being the Crockett bars means $1 goes back to the Crockett Hills Park down there in California. And if you haven't rode those trails, some beautiful trails, awesome views. But there's more than just price and weight when it comes to picking the right set of bars for your bike. So like I said, I've set up an extensive course. I'm gonna be throwing on the Crockett alloy bars first on this Polygon N9 right here, take it out through that course, put it through some laps, then I'll throw on the carbon bars, and we'll decide once and for all which bars I like best, and I'll talk about which bars I think are best for you and the type of riding you do. All right, so we're out here trailside, and I really got the perfect course behind me. It's a little skills area. It's got everything from jumps, drops, berms, high-speed descents, and I should really be able to feel the difference between these aluminum and carbon bars. So I'm gonna go ahead, strap on the chest-mounted GoPro, take you guys for a couple short laps, back-to-back, carbon versus alloy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drop in. Now what I'm expecting to feel on these alloy bars are typically a little bit more flexy, not quite as stiff as carbon bars, which means that you can feel a bit more of the trail vibrations. I got no gloves on, so let's go ahead, drop in. We're gonna hit this drop first. Hey, GoPro, start recording. Little berms. Good little push into those berms. Standing up, pedaling on the way up. Trying to see what I feel. Whew. All right, got the laps done on the alloy bars, and as many of you may already know, I film these videos solo, so a lot of running back and forth to get those clips. Now's a good time to smash that thumbs up, try and get this video out to more people if you guys are liking what you're seeing so far. But let's get these carbon bars on and take these for a few laps. Same course, same exact bars, different material. Which one performs better? Carbon bars going on. We'll be a little bit more careful with these ones, and when you guys are installing carbon bars, you want to have a torque wrench with you to make sure everything that's put on there is torqued down to spec. which is usually about 4.5 to 5 Newton meters. Also pay attention to the gap on your stem. This one is a 0 gap up top. Some stems you have to keep an even gap around them depending on how they're designed. All right, got the carbon bars on. Ooh, the seat wasn't all the way down. Oh wow, okay. Feeling something here. Woo! Definitely a difference. I'll tell you right now, you can definitely feel the difference when you're pushing down on these bars, that they're not flexing as much. You can feel when you start to go through those higher speed sections or those rocky sections, just the difference in how these carbon bars dampen the vibrations. It's not quite as harsh on your hands, which is kind of counterintuitive. You think stiffer bars means it's going to be harsher, but actually these carbon bars, well, they are stiffer. They're also specifically designed to be compliant in the right areas and stiff in the right areas. And you can kind of feel that when you're riding. All right, so carbon versus alloy bars. What did I expect to feel out on the trail? What did I actually feel? Which bars am I going to choose and which ones are right for you? Let's go ahead and get into it real quick. So what did I expect to feel? Well, you always hear about carbon bars being so much stiffer. They're lighter, but they're made out of that carbon material, super stiff, which is why you have to be careful not to over torque these things, because they're so stiff that they can snap. They're not going to bend or flex like alloy bars. But what I actually felt on the trail, and if you look on Trail One website that I have in the link in the description down there, they talk about how they specifically designed these bars to be stiff, just like the right amount of stiffness, but also compliance, because they can do different things with the carbon to create stiffness in certain spots and a little bit more compliance in other spots, so you don't have an overly stiff or overly rigid bar like the Renthal bars that I've heard, or actually I've rode those in the past, and those things are pretty stiff. So yes, I did feel the carbon bars were just a little bit stiffer than the alloy bars, but not in a bad way. Actually, the alloy bars, since they flexed more, it kind of felt like when I was on the carbon bars, it just allowed me to just feel that suspension a little bit better, allowed me to kind of push into that bike just a little bit better. Also on the trail vibrations, when I got up to higher speeds, on the alloy bars, you could really kind of feel that shaking, feel those trail vibrations just come right through your forearms and your hands. Whereas on the carbon bars, it dampened those trail vibrations a little bit. So overall, I think a better feel. I actually liked the way these carbon bars are. And I think for me, I'm gonna be sticking with carbon bars, but that's because I was given these carbon bars by Trail One. They gave me both of these bars to do reviews on. Now, what are the right bars for you? And would I pay double the price for a set of carbon bars? Well, I think that really depends. You know, I don't know that they're twice as good. There's definitely a little bit of minor improvements on the way it makes your bike feel. So this may be a good upgrade, especially if you have a hardtail, or if you're somebody that just gets a lot of hand fatigue or arm pump. This could be a good way to do that upgrade. And like I said, I do have that discount code, so you could get them just a little bit cheaper than $125. But for you and for most of the people out there, the alloy bars that come on your bike, or a good set of alloy bars like these Trail One Crockett alloy bars, is probably all that you need. Now leave a comment below, because I'm interested also, do you guys think that there's a bit of confirmation bias? Like if you go out and you buy a set of carbon bars and you spend $125 on them, you want them to perform good, plus they're your bars, so you're gonna go ahead and talk them up to everybody? I don't think that's true. I think these bars definitely perform better, but go ahead and leave a comment below and check out that next video, because the video I'm working on next that I'll drop right down there somewhere is gonna be carbon versus alloy wheels.